Have you ever felt like you're less than others? Like you have many abilities, but something inside you stops you from showing them? A small voice that sometimes whispers, "You won't succeed, you're not good enough, don't even try." The strange thing is that this feeling doesn't happen to just one person. Millions of people around the world live with the same silent struggle. But the real question is, are people born confident, or is confidence something that is built? The truth that many people don't tell you is that most of the confident, successful people you see today were not born that way. They went through moments of doubt, fear, and failure, maybe even moments where they felt they'd never succeed. In this podcast, we will talk about something that might completely change the way you see yourself: how to build self-confidence from zero. This is not just motivational talk, it's about understanding how confidence forms inside a person and how anyone can start building it step by step. If you sometimes feel like you're capable of more than the life you're currently living, if deep inside you know that you have potential that hasn't appeared yet, then maybe this podcast is the beginning of your journey. Why do people lose their self-confidence? A human being is not born doubting themselves. When a child tries to walk, they fall many times, but they never say, "I'm a failure." They simply try again and again until they succeed. But as time passes, a person starts hearing words that may leave a deep impact. They might hear harsh criticism, comparisons with others, or painful failures. Little by little, an inner voice begins to form. But as time passes, a person starts hearing words that may leave a deep impact. They might hear harsh criticism, comparisons with others, or go through painful failures. Little by little, an inner voice begins to form. A voice that says, "Don't try, you will fail, others are better than you." Over time, a person may start believing that voice and begin to underestimate themselves without even realizing it. But the important truth is that this voice is not reality, it is just a belief formed through experiences, and what was formed can be changed. Step 1, change your inner dialogue. The first step to building self-confidence is paying attention to how you talk to yourself. Many people are extremely harsh with themselves. When they make a mistake, they say, "I'm a failure." When something doesn't work out, they say, "I can't do this." But the words you repeat to yourself eventually become beliefs. So try to change that language. When you make a mistake, say, "I'm learning." When you fail, say, "This experience will make me stronger." It may sound simple, but over time, it completely changes the way you think about yourself. Step 2, step outside your comfort zone. Confidence doesn't come from thinking alone, it comes from experience. Every time you try something new, even something small, your mind starts to understand. You are capable of more than you thought. The comfort zone is where we feel safe, but it's also where we grow the least. Maybe you're afraid of speaking in front of people, or trying something new, or taking a step you've been postponing for a long time. But every achievement in life, it begins with a step outside the comfort zone. At first, you may feel fear, and that is completely normal. But with that experience, you will realize that the fear in your mind was bigger than the reality. Step 3, stop comparing yourself to others. One of the biggest things that destroys self-confidence is constantly